Hey, welcome back to the channel, Knights Multimedia. I'm your host, Warren Walker. If this is the first time you're on our channel, subscribe, enjoy the episode. Today we are going to be discussing the 5 absolutes why a website is important for your brand. So stick around. So to find out if a website is important for your brand, we're first going to answer 5 questions. What do you need to accomplish? Who is your target? Can you educate? Who is your client? And what product or service do you have to offer? If you feel there is more that's needed, please leave a comment below. Right now, if you think that you do not need a website, leave a comment below. Tell me why you don't need a website. If you like anything about this video, please give it a thumbs up. Turn on your notifications after you've followed the channel. Let's have a look at the first thing. But before that, let's have a quick word from our sponsor.
Are you looking for some great fun in the sun? Are you wanting to drink some amazing world-class wines? Do you want to look down on Cape Town from the top of Table Mountain? Do you want to jump out an airplane or swim with the sharks? If adventure is your choice of travel, Find a Tour has the travel for you. Travel the way you want to travel. Come find us at www.findatour.co.za.
Yes, thanks to our sponsor, we could bring this episode to you today. Findatour.co.za. Use the promo that's being given. I'll have it here on the screen. Get yourself a discount. Great company. Come travel here to Cape Town. Come and have a look. We have a beautiful mountain, gorgeous scenery. We have sharks. We have wild animals just right on our doorstep. Lions, cheetahs, elephants. The big 5 right here for you to come and see. We have world famous wines, beautiful, gorgeous scenery, Cape Point, everything right here, waiting for you. As they say, travel the way you want to travel, so get your traveling on. Go look them up on the website, findatour.co.za, make a request, you can get your discount. While we may not be able to travel right now, in the future, that's where you need to travel. Cape Town, definitely the place you need to come to. So first we're going to look at achieve. What do you want to achieve? What is your goal in business for your brand? Well, naturally you want to make sales because that's how we stay in business. You can carry on your brand by making those sales. So ultimately what you want to achieve is the sale. How do you achieve that? Well, you do that through your website. You do that through showing people why they need to be with you, why they need to buy your product or accept your service. And to do that, you develop trust. So what do you want to achieve? You want to achieve trust, a relationship. You want to build a relationship with your customer, with your client base. And you do that by means of your website. A website is available for everybody. It's on the internet. You don't have to subscribe to a certain platform or a certain network to see it. It is there for you to tell your story, for you to make your achievements. Whatever your achievements are, to get more visitors, to promote a certain product, you do that on your website. So, first question, what do you want to achieve? You want to achieve brand recognition and trust. You do that to promote your products. So ultimately, your website is your marketing tool. You need to achieve it. Do you need a website? Absolutely you do. Secondly, we're going to look at your target. Now, don't get confused between your target and your client. Your client is somebody that you already have. Your target is that elusive somebody that you need to contact. Now, you can contact through email, through an advert, through paper, through a business card, a handshake, social media, search engines. There's so many ways to contact people. And while your whole marketing scheme that you have on the go, your paid ads, organic ads, your videos that you're creating, your podcasts, all of these things are there to attract people to a central place that you can contact and transact with your target. Now, if your target are young people, because you have a gaming site, then it would be developed in a way that would attract gaming. If your target is the educated, the scientific world, or the legal world, or the lawyer's world, financial institutions, if your target are these kind of people, then obviously your website would be created, or your brand image would be created around that. Whereas if you're a service-driven industry, your brand fixes toilets, then your color scheme, what you have, would need to reflect to those people. So for you to have something, a brand that you want to grow, that you want to create a relationship with, you need to make sure that you know who your target is. Who are you looking at? If you walked out into public and there's 100 people standing or 1,000 people standing there, instantly you look through the crowd and go, that's the kind of person I want to deal with. That's the kind of person. They my target. Why? Because they the person I think would be interested in my service or my product. For me to attract that person, I need to have a website. I need to have something that they can come to, that I can speak to them direct, not rely on social media to find them, not rely on anybody else, any other website to teach them or educate them about my product. No, I need my place to educate those that are interested in my product. I use social media to get them to my product, to my service, to my website, but I use my website to make the sale. So, secondly, do you need a website according to your target? Absolutely. Without your website, how do you target them? How do you create that one-on-one relationship with your target if you don't have a website? Thirdly, your client. There's somebody that you've already dealt with, somebody that you've sold to, somebody you have started having a relationship with. You're building that trust, but you need to carry on building that trust. You need to contact them again. You send them out a newsletter. It can't go from Gmail. I completely believe that it should come from your brand. Now, your brand is not an outside email facilitator. Yes, people use them because they send out millions and millions of emails. And it's just so much easier, but it's very unpersonal. If you're small enough and you really, really care about your brand, you want to make sure that it's personal. Now, for it to be personal, it needs to come from your brand. You need a brand email. Now, brand email comes with your branded website. So it's not www.something else, whatever. It's www.yourbrandname.com or .co.za.co.uk, whatever it is. But your brand name needs to be there. Why? You need to carry on developing that trust that you have with your clients. Keep attracting them. Keep giving them something, a reason to come back. Remember, once you're a known name, once you've got a service, and the guy, well, last year we did it. What were they called again? Let me have a look. Now, people like to search within their area when they're having certain services done. Why would I go search for somebody to come from miles away to fix my toilet when I want to find somebody in my area? So if my website's there and I'm searching for somebody, whether they search for me this year or next year, they're still going to find me. So my customer knows how to find me. My client knows how to reach me because they can search for me and they can find me. If they've lost my number, that is. People change phones all the time and they lose the number, so they're going to go research. People like to use close to home or close to work. Also, you have a product. You offer a new camera. Somebody's heard about this camera. And now what do? They go search for the specifications of their camera. They go see for prices. And now because they're already a client, they're going to come and have a look at you. And they're going to go, wow, price is about the same. I bought from them before. I trust them. You need a website to continue that relationship. So for your clients, do you need a website? For clients? Absolutely. They need to have a way to find you, to communicate with you, to ask a question, to have a look and see what the latest is, what you're affording them to see, not relying on other people. They need to know where your videos are. Most times people come to your website and then they click there to get to your channel. They click there to go find you on social media. Your website needs to be the core, just like your building, where you are, where your offices are, where your depot is. That is your structure. That is your website. From there, you outsource to the stores, to customers. From there, you outsource to social medias, to platforms, to search engines. Your website is vital, absolute for your clients. Fourthly, products and services. Now, yes, products could be in its own category and services could be in its own category, but it falls under the same thing in this context, because all your products come with a service and your services normally come with a product. You fix toilets, that's a service, but you come there with inlet and outlet and maybe a new toilet assist or whatever it is. So your service comes with a product. And obviously if you've got a product like my friend up the road, he's coffee, and so he makes coffee, the beans, grinds them down, that's his product, but he delivers it to you free of charge from a certain distance from where he operates. So that's his service. So we're going to combine products and service together for this exercise. Now, just like for him, and I'll leave a link below that you can go and have a look at his website and see his products. For him, he has products, coffee, but those coffees come from different places and they have different tastes and different strength, and some is a rich one and some is a mild or coffee. I drink the cheapest coffee ever. It's got nice coffee, I've had it, but I like Frisco. His product that he sells is important for those that enjoy drinking it. People like to relate product against product, price match, quality match. People need to see where that is. Now, yes, you ran your ad on social media and you're telling people, I make this coffee and you can enjoy it. Buy some from me. Are you going to buy it? No, why not? I have no idea what this coffee is. It could be the lousiest coffee ever, because a lot of times it's up to the person that drinks it, the taster. Look at wine. One person likes it sweet, one person likes it bitter, one person likes something with a lot of tannins, others don't. It all depends on your personal taste. Where am I going to get that information from? I can't sometimes phone you up in the evening at 10 o'clock to say, tomorrow we wanted to come through and do a tasting. Have you got available what I like? No. Why are you closed? People spend their lives on social media and it attracts them to something. They like the lifestyle, they like the image, the flavor, whatever it is that attracts them. So then they go off to the website and they look at that product to see what is involved. When can we come and try it? What is it made of? Is it guaranteed? Or your service? How long do you take to do your service? What is the waiting period? Whatever it is that your brand does, people want to know about it. People find out about it by coming to your website. So for your brand, for your services or products, is a website absolute? Absolutely. It is important. Lastly, let's look at education. Number 5, is it important to educate your customers? Is it important for your brand to educate customers? Now, not sponsored, but I have a brand here. 2 products. This we'll call, it's a very nice spray for the bathroom. And this one lasts about a month. And you spray it every time you're finished in the bathroom. It's a very nice strawberry flavor, by the way. And we'll say it costs 2 bob. This one, however, is a concentrated one, and it's supposed to work up to 60 sprays. Same brand, same product, both does the same job. But this one goes in a machine that just puts out so much a time. Lasts a lot longer. Now in our house, this would last 1 month. This we've been using for 6 months already, and it costs 5 bob. 2 bob, 5 bob. 1 month, 6 months. We don't use it for the right thing. We don't have the machine, because this goes in the machine that sprays it every 20 minutes, whatever it is, or every time somebody passes, it puts out a spray. We don't have that. We don't use that. We just push the top like we'd push that. Branding is about educating people on how to use your product. Now, we use that product incorrectly. If their branding was up to par, and I don't watch a lot of TV, so maybe they do promote their branding. I've never seen it on social media. I don't think I've ever seen it on TV either. The point is, if their marketing was there and they educated properly the advantage of using the machine, what would it do for me? It would make me go out and buy the machine. To me, my opinion, they're allowing me to use a product for the wrong reason. Now, it is a brilliant product. They're really top-notch. They don't affect my sinus. All props to them. Not sponsored. They're a good product, and I'll always use them. But because of the lack of marketing, I don't use the product in the right way. Can you afford your service or your product to be used in the wrong way? Can you afford for somebody to look at you and decide this is what you do when you don't actually do that? In the building industry, when I think of I need to put down some tiles, I don't look for a construction company. I look for a tiler. But in your company, you're a small company, you do tiling as well. So unless you educated me to what you do, I would never find you. I'd never look for you. Why? You're not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this and you do that in my mind. Education is what puts people right. Education is where you show people how to use your product or service. You show them what you do, what your product can do for them. And that's what's important. They need to understand why your product is so important. They absolutely can't live without it. Now, shy of matches, we absolutely can't live without it. Believe me. You need to make sure that your brand is displayed your way. Now, a lot of shops, you sell a brand and you give it to a business and they display it. And you can put certain amount of information there with it, maybe a few images or whatever that runs on the shelving, and that's how you sell it in the supermarket. But they're promoting themselves, they're promoting their brand. You need to get them to promote your brand. You can only do that so much. So where do you promote your brand? You promote your brand, you educate your brand on your website. So does your education of your brand require a website? Absolutely. You can't live without it. So to sum it all up, for your brand, can you live without a website? Absolutely not. No matter how small you are, no matter how big you are, no matter if it's a hobby or if it's a full-blown business, what you do needs to be found. Or why do it? If you need to reach a customer, if you need to make a sale, if you need to promote your company or brand, you have to have a website. You need to educate people. You need to show them your service or your product, how it benefits them, how it relates to their life, how it makes their life easier. You need to allow your clients to find you again and again. Build that relationship. Build a way for them to communicate with you. Steer them to your social media. Steer them to your YouTube or your podcast or whatever your education is, to the course you're running. Steer them to where they need to go, according to what your brand wants to put out. Obviously, your target market, your niche, who you're trying to attract. You set up your website in a way that your brand looks good for them, so that they can be attracted to you. Your social media pulls everybody back to your website, and your website is where you build your relationship with them. You build your trust, and you help yourself grow. Yes, you absolutely can't live without a website. We've already looked at what is in a website. We've already looked on how to build websites. We're going to carry on looking at this theme about websites. And it's important for you to understand, just for me as well, that a website's part of your life. It's part of your brand. It's part of your business. It's a big part of your business. It's not a small part. It's not an afterthought. It needs to be in the forefront. Many companies these days, they have a store that you can walk in, and they have an online store to make things easier, especially now the lockdown. South Africa tends not to trust online purchasing. We just don't like it. We're the kind of people that likes to walk in and touch and feel and buy it locally. And even if you send somebody to the shop to buy something for you, and they phone you and say, "Yeah, I've got," and you go, "Send me a picture. I want to see it. What is it? What is it?" Why? Because we don't trust easily. I know that in other countries, America, buying off online stores is second nature. It's common practice. You need a pack of screws and you buy it online. For us, we simply go to the hardware store. We don't trust as easily. So for us, online shopping isn't a big thing. It's become bigger now during this lockdown, but it hasn't even expanded nearly like it is in America or other countries. So for your product, for your service, you need to be able to show it to your clients. They need to see what they can get. They need to learn about your product, about you, build a trust. You can only do that by having a website. It is vital for you. It's an absolute. Thanks for watching right the way to the end. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment below if you agree, disagree, have any kind of thought. Let me know. I always try and get to every single comment. Let's engage. Tell me what's important for you, why you needed to have a website, or why you think you don't need a website. Let's talk about it. Follow the channel. Plenty of new videos coming out, all about branding, all about websites, everything to do with social media. We can both learn a lot by going through these programs together. Till next time. Cheers.